Well, hey, welcome back to Garden Steelaway. Thanks for watching. We are in Hamilton, Ontario, long ways from home. The funny thing about this is we're in Canada, but we live in Minnesota, and to get where we are,
I'm trying to figure out how you go up to Canada.
because we go south.
Going south.
We have to go south to Canada to come to where we are, because if you come in through the Detroit area, that is all south of us. So Marnie's been really confused of where we're at. So
it just doesn't compute.
We're
not
south.
Confusing.
South
it just
to Canada.
It just doesn't fit in the box. So
how do you go north to Canada if we have to go south?
Yeah.
Right? We are at the Royal Botanical Garden of Canada. It is 5 garden locations. There is the Hendry location, which is where we're at right now. There's also like the main campus with the business offices, the store, and there's a Mediterranean garden in there. Then there's the Rock Garden, there's the Arboretum, there's Lakely Garden.
Laking.
Oh, excuse me.
Which is
Laking
more the
Garden.
seasonal. But what we're excited, I guess, is we're hitting the lilacs in peak season. The tulips are still going, and the daffodils.
Yeah, tulips have been beautiful.
We're not quite to the peony season, so this is mid-May. And they are zoned. Did they say 6B? Zone 6B. They're
6B.
in a microclimate because of Niagara Falls. It has this protected area, and so they can grow grapes here for wine, and they have this beautiful area where they can grow things that normally wouldn't grow in this region. We are Steve and Marnie. The challenges of 2020 forced us to find other ways of resting and fighting for joy. Our new endeavor is to find and film the best gardens we can find in the U.S.
I have never personally liked gardening, and yet I have found some of my favorite moments in life have been sitting quietly in a garden with my wife. It's great for our relationship, and it's good for our sanity.
We would really appreciate you clicking on the YouTube subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to not miss any upcoming episodes.
There's something important in mid-May.
Peonies are starting.
Or it's our anniversary yesterday.
33 years.
33 years.
Yeah, and one day now.
No, yeah, 33 years, one day.
And this is my first time being in Canada, which is super fun.
Yeah.
So, but I really think that there must have been something that happened that, like, it washed part of Canada down south, because I think normally they keep it up further above
that
Minnesota.
No, that's just the way it is, dear. Anyway, staying at a really nice little Airbnb in the center of Hamilton, so we can also go to Niagara Falls and hopefully the Niagara Falls Botanical Garden.
And art museums. And pie shops.
And tea and chocolate and all of those things. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. well with your jacket now, see?
Yeah, I know it does.
So you can wear your jacket and wear that.
I know, but I would have to iron it.
Sure. I'm kind of impressed with this garden here. We're at the Rock Garden, and yeah, this is pretty stunning. I'm impressed with the amount of work that they would put into the landscaping aspects of this, and the large rocks that are around, the variety of I don't even know how to explain it, but the variety of the waves of different colors of leaves, and the acers and the red buds, and
How they place the hostas.
yeah,
You know, they're doing a good job here of having, really great combinations of things. So I'd say this is somewhat of a combination, I'd say, of an arboretum / naturalized forest area, but then definitely there's some cultivated areas too. They have all these beautiful stair steps that lead you off into different nooks and crannies and places. And they have like eastern redbud. They have all sorts of evergreens. They have a really great variety of things tucked in really nice and full, which is something I really love.
yeah. It's reminiscent in a way of a Japanese garden, but not Japanese garden at all. But some of the same qualities that you might get out of a Japanese garden.
Deliberate.
Okay.
I'd say a lot of Japanese gardens are very thoughtful.
Yeah,
about
very
things.
deliberate.
So it seems like this is a lot more thoughtful, in how they place things.
Yeah, it's stunning. I would recommend this. In fact, to be honest, I thought about the one place that we already went with the Hendry Gardens, and then to go to the Arboretum, and I almost thought of maybe skipping this area, and I'm really, really glad I didn't.
Yeah, don't skip it. It's really neat. like this even better because I like seeing everything a little more naturalized and a little more filled in, you know, and you get to see some of the shrubs, the understory and the trees. A lot of pretty things.
Back over here is a white redbud, which is just stunning. I think it's beautiful sticking out. See it amongst the green over there?
I like these. I love the peach, apricot, pink, white kind of look combined together, and I also love the peony style where they're really full, like a double tulip. Really, really nice. And the white's great.
We're now walking through the Arboretum area, and the lilacs are in bloom, so we've got lots of purple lilacs and some white lilacs, which have been really nice. Red buds as well. Well, what do you think the star of today was for the gardens?
The rock garden. I mean, getting to see the different colored red buds,
Right.
which their flowers come first before their leaves, and it blooms all along the branches. We don't get very many red buds in our area. I think we get some of the larger, maybe actual red, but they've got a lot greater variety. And then, you know, yeah, just the variety that they had there, the sheer number of things that they have and how they place them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's very early season and there's still a lot to look at, so that's really fun. You know, I wasn't sure coming up here this time of year if we'd really get to see much. So,
and the garden was formed in an old gravel pit back in 1929, 1931.
Yep, the
between
rock
there,
garden.
the rock garden, and that was my favorite today as well. And so, and once again, a lesson learned is coming here. I was thinking that was probably one of the lower priorities for me, and it ended up being the one that I liked the most. So, saying that, knowing full well like where we are right now in Laking Garden.
Named after Leslie Laking, who was one of the directors of the gardens.
Who was trained at Kew Gardens.
Yep, who was British.
Anyway, so we're at Laking Garden, and the peonies are just about to bloom. The irises are just about to bloom. Well, there's a few peonies in bloom, but mostly not.
More the fern leaf.
Yeah, just a few of them are. But yeah, again, a very beautiful area here.
I think what they're trying to do, especially around the old house up at the top, is to do historic garden. And then it seems like they're doing a lot of trial garden as well, so that, and they label things very well across the board at all these, but I think they're trying to see what grows well and thrives. As well as I was reading a placard that they really have an extensive cataloging of garden, of plants back into the 1700s actually, and they've preserved a lot of seeds and leaves and names and types, and so it's a history collector as well. For gardens.
On our way here, we stopped in Decorah, Iowa for a day mostly, and we went to Seed Savers once again, which we've done every now and then. But Seed Savers is an heirloom preservation of plants.
Preservation and collector. Of course, this time of year there really isn't. They're just getting things established and planted because that's a zone.
So yeah, nothing really to film at this point. But, well, anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming along with us today. And we appreciate it. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so thanks for putting up with us.
Come up here if you can.